She's the end of time itself, the great shadow that devours darkness. Let's dive into the incredible story of Kali. So let me ask you, do you know who the most powerful goddess in Hinduism is? Her domain, well, it covers the very fabric of existence. First up, time. Then, death. And finally, destruction. This is Kali. Her name actually comes from Kala, the Sanskrit word for time. She is the primal force of the universe, a being born from pure, unadulterated, divine rage. Now, that rage, as terrifying as it sounds, was absolutely necessary. And the legend of the demon Raktabija shows us exactly why. Okay, so picture this. The gods are facing an impossible enemy. For every single drop of blood they draw from the demon Raktabija, a perfect clone of him springs to life. The battlefield was just swarming with an endless army. It was a nightmare. So in a moment of sheer desperation, the goddess Durga unleashes her own fury, and from that rage, Kali is born. And what does she do? Instead of fighting the clones, she starts drinking the demon's blood before it can even hit the ground, consuming him and his infinite army completely. So her terrifying appearance is way more than just a scary image. Every single part of her look holds a really deep, symbolic meaning. Let's just look at her forearms. In one pair of hands, she's holding a sword of divine knowledge and a severed head. That symbolizes the destruction of the human ego. But then in her other pair, her hands are in these gestures of protection, offering blessings and basically saying, don't be afraid. It's this perfect balance of destruction and compassion. And that garland of heads, not just some gruesome trophy, it actually represents the 51 letters of the Sanskrit alphabet, the sacred language of Hinduism. This means she's the source of all language, of all sacred mantras, literally the sound that creation begins from. You know, her lolling tongue has two main interpretations. One is that it symbolizes her unstoppable thirst for consuming evil, but another, really popular story, suggests she's biting her tongue in a moment of shame. Now, what could possibly make this goddess feel shame? And maybe more importantly, why is she standing on her own husband, the great god Shiva? Well, in her frenzy after the battle, Kali's rampage was about to destroy the entire universe. So to stop her, Shiva laid down in her path. The moment she stepped on him, she was brought back to her senses, biting her tongue in shock. And this image, it's brilliant. It illustrates a core concept in Hinduism. Shiva is pure consciousness, but without Kali, who is energy, he's just inert. And without consciousness to guide it, energy is nothing but chaos. So behind this fearsome exterior, there's a totally different side to Kali, the divine mother. And this is the key. Her terrifying power isn't separate from her love. It's an expression of it. It's a fierce, maternal protection for her children. In Bengal, for example, her most popular form is Dakshina Kali, the benevolent mother. There, she's worshipped as a protector, a loving parent who shields her kids from all harm and misfortune. You know, as the great poet Ramprasad Sen wrote, being a child of Kali means looking beyond the material world. She doesn't just give you what you want, she destroys your illusions to give you what you truly need: liberation. And this complex, powerful identity is exactly why Kali is still so relevant today. In feminist and modern spiritual movements, she's become the ultimate symbol of untamed female power, that fierce courage you need to destroy the ego and find true freedom.